Ancient OG, carved in stone, from Philly bricks to thrones, unknown. 808s beat like war drums bang. Old soul talk, let the gods explain. Ancient OG, bloodline strong. Been here before the right and wrong. From past to now, I still remain. Ancient OG in the hook, remember the name.
You know what was crazy about this story was, like, if you really think about it, like, alright, so when we left off, Alalu came and discovered the earth. He crashed land here, right? But then when he crashed land here, he tried to make a deal with the Anunnaki. You know what I'm saying? They played him. They came through and played him, ended up murking him. So now, his face is that big stone over Mars. That's his face carved over there. So now, here's a meeting, right? Now mind you, Alalu gone. He done discovered the earth. This was before humans was created. He discovered the earth, got double crossed for it, and the Anunnaki got it. The Anunnaki have a meeting, right? So the meeting was with who? 3 people. And guess what the meeting? Think about this name: the Son, the Father. The church say the Holy Ghost. Now in this story, it was Anu, Enki, and Enlil, a father and 2 brothers. You know what I'm saying? This is where when you first hear of the Trinity, like concept of like the Holy Ghost, the Father and the Son of God and the Son. This is the 3 that had to come together, because Anu, he had to throw a meeting. He told both his sons, he said, "Yo, I'm gonna leave you in charge of the earth. You're gonna be EA." You know what I'm saying? EA, you're the Lord of the waters. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying Lil was gonna be the Lord of the earth. So Enki felt some kind of way, like, how you gonna make him the Lord of this nigga ain't even really do shit. I don't want came here and made sure Alalu had the gold and all that. Like, I'm the one supposed to. So Anu was like, nah, you know, because Enki couldn't never get his fair share because he was born out of wedlock. And Lil would rank high because he was born in wedlock. You know what I'm saying? So it's like royalty. When you talking about bloodlines, you got those kind of rules going on. So EA, which was Enki, he was the Lord of the waters. So now for long periods of time, like their times would be crazy, like it'd be like 10, 20,000 years. This shit been going on for thousands of years where Enki was just, because they needed the gold. And what they would do is, a lot of the gold used to be in the waters. It used to be in the ocean and shit. Here we have the first fisherman on the planet, you know what I'm saying, Enki. See where the scuba diver outfits and all that shit? Where do you think these niggas get that shit from? Do you really think they just made up the scuba diver outfit yesterday, 20 years ago? Like, you see the Anunnaki depicted in all kinds of costumes, fish like they was fish. You know what I'm saying? But in the story, it tell you when they put them Jones on and went underwater. They had to do a whole underwater operation to get the gold. So for thousands of years, they was getting it from the water, right? And that meeting that they had was really important because he was telling them, and it was like, yo, we need to start building spaceports so when I come to Earth or whatever, I got somewhere to land at safely and all that. So they started working on like spaceports and building palaces and pyramids. They was building all kinds of shit on Earth when they first got there. And the thing is, where it crash landed at, right in the holy land of Mecca. They crash land right there between them 4 rivers, man. You got the Kaaba right there. They tell you something crashed there. That's why that house is built right there. That was like the first, it says the house of Allah. It's the house of God right there. These is left behind evidence of angels and deities, you know what I mean, Anunnakis and extraterrestrials building things, leaving them behind, and people worship them and hold on tight to them to this day. To this day. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're dealing with the whole gold operation, you can't even tell me what what's the value of gold? Why is the gold so important? So this story right here let you know why gold is so important. They know how to melt it down and do all kinds of shit with it to seal ozone layers and shit that y'all don't know nothing about. Only NASA, if you know about NASA and shit like that, they study shit like that. But it's scientific evidence on all of these mythical stories. You know what I'm saying? So here you have Enki flooding the water. But guess what happened? He said, damn, it's too much. We're running out of workers. The workers that they had this slave race called the Igigi. They was tired of doing all the labor. Cause they had a whole team doing labor, getting the gold, doing all kind of, you know what I mean, work, you know what I'm saying, Enki and them chilling doing them. These niggas out there dying of thirst and shit. So they got together one day. This is what the Igigi did. The Igigi, it was this one Igigi. They say his name was Alalu too. Allah. This where you see the word Allah. I think it's ALA, stuff like that. So they called him a fiery god. He was like a fiery god, right? So he gathered up everybody. He was like, yo, man, we ain't gonna be doing all this motherfucking digging and shit, working for these niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he gathered up a whole team. He was like, fuck it, we gonna run down on him. And this is the first time you ever hear on the planet about anything that resembles the White House. You know what I'm saying? You know how they got the White House set up? This White House was set up in this story already. Ancient times, like 500,000 something years ago, bro. Hundreds of thousands of years ago. That's when Enlil and them was at, in the White House. See, Enlil and them was the rulers of the earth. So they chilling in the White House, and Igigi, they was like, they put the little huddle together to boil law. He was like, yo, man, we gonna run down on niggas. So they try to run down on the Anunnaki, man. Imagine that. That's like how if we was to go up against the government right now, if I was to gather up people and go against the government, man, they gonna wipe us out. Hit us with a tank, boom. Throw some liquid gas on your ass. Moonwalking and shit to an early grave. You know what I'm saying? You don't play with them. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you just end up drop dead for no reason. Oh, the wind of the chemicals of the wind mixed in with his hair and it fucked up his shape of it, and then it just inside he died an eternal death. Like, what the fuck? They'll get you out of here. You know what I'm saying? So Igigi, they had heart. When the boy got together, he got the niggas together, they started a whole revolution. And they tried to run up in like the White House back then. Shit, you know. They did almost got him though. They rushed that John. They almost fucked them up. They fucked up a couple people, but they wasn't no match. The retaliation was when Enlil and them came back and they started gathering up everybody up. It was time to get everybody snitched. Like, who the one fucking responsible for this shit? Like, all y'all about to die, but who was the head of this shit? And nobody snitched on the board. You know what I'm saying? I think they all stood for him. And then they finally found out who done it. And the boy Alalu, they killed him. And when they did what they said, they're gonna sacrifice him. And they're gonna make a new creation. Cause mind you, they done killed all the Igigis off. Now they like, damn, how the fuck we gonna get the gold now? You know what I'm saying? They're like, how we gonna get the gold now? So Enki was like, yo, this is why I fucks with Enki. Enki said, yo, I know, I got something we can do. Like what? He was like, we can make our own workers. This nigga, he had AIs. Look, he wanted to make his own AIs to do all the work for him. He said, no. He said, look, we're gonna create our own shit, our own workers. So Lil was like, his brother, the one that's in charge, he said, man, how the fuck you gonna do that? He said, yo, they already exist already, man. I've been watching them. And he described this shit like, he said, they walk on fours, but you can tell they can walk straight. We gotta get them to walk up and hold the tools. He think they smart like us. You can tell they was our ancestors. He was like, they like our distant ancestors. And he was like, and then Lil was like, man, no, man, because then they gonna pray to you like you got. He was like, nah, listen, man. He said, they already exist already. All we gotta do is add our essence to them. So they had a big argument over it. Then they had that meeting again with the Trinity. They had Anu and Enlil, Enki. They had a big meeting, and they said, "Look, you know what Anu said? He said, I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta do. Just get the gold up here, man. We need the gold. I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta do." So Enki was like, "Bet." He already had them in the cages. He described them in cages, and he said they was in cages pulling on the bars like this. I'm like, damn, that remind me on Colors and shit, where they all was in the cages and shit. He was like, he said, we already got it. We just gotta put our essence. So they did all these experiments with these beasts until they made the perfect human. I swear to God, no, that story crazy. Yo, Enki, bro, I fucks with him, you know what I'm saying? He vicious, man. He vicious, but so yeah, that's where you get that's where you first hear about the Trinity at in this story right here. That the Son, the Father, the Ghost, and all that. That was the Son. It was the Son and it was the Father and two sons. You know what I'm saying? But this one of them, they call him the Holy. I guess they call him weird because he was like his pop was popping the side joint and got her pregnant. So he like a jump off kid. He like a jump off baby. In Islam, they call them bastards. It's like, you just say time baby in Islam. Like, if you get married and don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have sex and not get married and then get somebody pregnant, it's like he born out of wedlock. It's like the baby curse. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the best time you want to have a baby is while y'all married in the tradition. This is how they've been doing this shit back then. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you on another note.
Ancient OG, carved in stone, from Philly bricks to thrones, unknown. 808s beat like war drums bang. Old soul talk, let the gods explain. Ancient OG, bloodline strong. Been here before the right and wrong. From past to now, I still remain. Ancient OG in the hook, remember the name.